No matter where you live in the States, but especially if you're in the Midwest, this is the biggest show of the year. So I asked a lot of people who had attended the show before what their experience was, and what I was really looking for was the montees, the money. How much did they have to spend and how much did they earn? But you can't ask people that. You can't say that. So I'm telling you. So if you're preparing for your own big show this year, it's 2026, and maybe you're already thinking about, you've already had to apply more than likely for whatever that big show is, or whatever show is big for you. Like maybe it's your neighborhood farmer's market and you're like, this is my big show. I want to let you know everything I went through, how I prepared, how much everything cost me, and even what I made. Let's get into it. But let's back up a little bit and talk about the months leading up to the One of a Kind show. LITOTES, my brand, is a luxury brand. That means I work with the best products available to make mostly candles that are clean, veggie-based wax, and vessels that are elegant enough to use even after you're done burning your candle. But there are bigger brands who are also partnering with where I get my vessels. They also buy from them. Where I buy the wax that I mix by hand, that wax comes from somewhere. So bigger companies are already acquiring that. And for a lot of them, Q4 is their biggest quarter, of course, with the holidays and holiday shopping. So they've prepared for that far in advance. That means my partners, where I get my supplies, a lot of them sold out. So when I started preparing September, I knew it was a little late. That was the soonest I could get ready for November and September, okay? And a lot of partners were like, hey, thank you for your order. Thank you for spending thousands of dollars with us. We'll be sure to ship it in January. What? No, I need it now. What do you mean? And these weren't partners that are known for huge delays with shipping. So now I have to fight, right? Because in my mind, because I am a smaller business, these partners are giving me smaller, less immediate type of treatment, okay? Because if Diptyque or, Joe Malone is telling you that they need some type of oils or product or fragrances, you're gonna go ahead and cater to them first. You don't wanna lose that account. But what is LITOTES? What is Kari Herrera? Who cares? She can be last on the list. So I had to politely argue my way through the whole process in September and October until I finally got everything I needed in November. That's late. That means I'm preparing for a show that's going to occur the first week in December in November, just a few months before the show. That means it's gonna be go, go, go until the event. And my candles take weeks to cure. So as soon as I got the product, pallets of product, I had to start making it right away.
In the 70th minute of play, light rain began to fall. Players glanced upward, but the precipitation seemed manageable. Spectators opened umbrellas as they continued watching from the sidelines. No one recognized the danger as the storm intensified rapidly. At precisely 4:17 p.m., a brilliant flash illuminated the entire pitch. Electrical current dispersed across the wet ground.
And I was like, if that means I have to go sell candles at a local boutique, like, oh yeah, it's Bagamo! It's Bagamo! I was ready to do that and focus on what I had in front of me, which was social media, which was content creation. So I did that. 2020 goes by, amen. 2021 goes by, amen. We hit 2022, and two things are taking place at the exact same time, and this was my downfall. At the same time that I am burning out and becoming disinterested in brand deals, which are the main way that a lot of people make money online, as a content creator, I should say. So as the money is going down, like the money coming in, the money going out is going up, because I had to take on financial responsibilities that I technically could not afford.
I'm only one person. I'm a one-person operation. But that wasn't really true, because friends who volunteered their time, and of course my husband, really helped move the process along. So when the day came, when it was time to start setting up about 2 days before the One of a Kind show, I was ready, for the most part. Okay, this is really exciting. I woke up a little late, so I woke up at 6. I wanted to wake up at like 5:30. No, I woke up at 6:40. Ooh. Finally loaded the truck. It took me 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 hours to load everything. That's terrible, but it did with the help of my friend and my husband. So I am on my way to Merch Mart. The truck's loaded, and once I get there, the good thing is that they are going to unload everything for me. So this was the hard part. Then I'm gonna let them unload it, take this car back to U-Haul, pick up my car, and head to Merchandise Mart to set up. So let's go. I'm not gonna drive and record because I heard that's causing accidents, and I don't want to be the problem. So I am now waiting in line at the loading dock. I wanted to be here early so that the line would be shorter, but it's not too bad. And the guy who gave me my number in line, he said, stick in the line, or what did he say? Stay in the line, I'll have you in no time. I like a rhyme. You better have me in no time if I stick in the line. And I will hopefully have this car back to the U-Haul within the hour because I'm supposed to. Okay, so I'm finally here. It is 2 p.m.-ish, and I have until 4 p.m. to set up for today, and then I can come back tomorrow and set up until 7 p.m. So I'm gonna put a time lapse on and show you guys how much I get done in 2 hours time. Okay. So now I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty of how I prepared my booth. For the One of a Kind show, for your very first One of a Kind show within the first 3 years of you having a business, you can apply to be an emerging artist. And that means you get a significant discount on your participation fee. But there's a caveat, right? My booth was 10 feet long by 5 feet deep. That's very small and a little awkward. So I wanted to map out my space. I wanted a walk-in space, but I wanted it to not feel crowded. I don't have a big fancy design program. I'm not gonna invest in that just for one event. So what I did was use Canva, and I'll show you. I have a square here that's 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels. And what I've done is divide it in half. You'll see a thin yellow line here. So the bottom half is 1,000 by 500, and that's to scale of my 10 by 5 booth. And then the top half of this square, I have like a representation of what all the rectangles signify in the bottom half. I hope this makes sense. So the bottom half of the square is like a bird's eye view of what I want my space to look like. I created it out of thin air, being inspired by booths I saw on Pinterest, and mostly like designer pop-ups. Gucci does a lot of pop-ups. My booth isn't gonna be Gucci, but it gave me an idea of traffic flow. And it also helped me think out of the box. And then the top half of the square are the images of the product that each rectangle represents. So what I wanted was this large bookshelf that I could build again and again and take apart easily with no tools required, that I could use show after show after show. But the company I wanted to commission that from, it would have been over $1,000, and I didn't have it. So what I did was buy 2 bookshelves from Wayfair, and they were under, I think, $300 each. This is not something I'm gonna be able to take apart and put together easily, or it probably won't even travel with me to future shows or pop-up events, but it worked for this event, and now I'm using it to organize storage in my storage unit. So I got good use out of it, especially for what I paid. On the left side, when a customer enters, there's a thinner bookshelf in my mind that will go there, and that will hold all the gift sets and mini fragrances. And then in the right, I did commission a checkout counter. And this is something I can take apart and put together with no tools required again and again for events for years to come. So I'm happy with this. I then even went into detail showing myself what would be on the checkout counter. I went ahead and mapped out what would be on the thinner vertical bookshelf to the left holding the gift sets. Merchandising is how you display the products in your shop, right? So when it came time to do that, my creative juices were gone. I was just kind of moving stuff around and I was like, I thought I had a plan for this. Well, thankfully I did. And this is what I want that back wall merchandising to look like. Yeah, and I created that all in Canva. I think you can do that with a free account. It was definitely what I needed. I'm a very visual person, and I also like to do too much when it comes to planning, so it scratched that itch for me also. So I made enough product to sell about $20,000. Yeah, that's probably overdoing it, but at least I'll have the product for next year if I don't sell that much. I didn't sell that much. Amount of products that I got, that's vessels, wax, essential oils, fragrances, wicks, everything that goes into fragrance making, into candle making. For this event, all of that product cost me about $6,200. And then the booth design. Now, these were furniture elements and pieces that I thought I'd use again, except the rug. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that rug. But all of that cost me about $3,400. That's a lot. But the checkout booth was the biggest thing. That is flat lay furniture that I can pack easily in my car and rebuild it again and again without tools. That's gonna come in handy for events for years to come. No, I expect that to last a very long time for the price I paid, which was nearly $3,000, and that included tariffs. So it is what it is. And then packaging. These are my gift bags, the product boxes, tissue paper. All of that amounted to about $1,000. So in total, I spent $10,650 for participation. That doesn't even include, by the way, my booth fee, which was $1,350. And the application fee was $40. So yeah, it was about $1,400 just to apply and to secure my spot at the One of a Kind show. And that's as an emerging artist, that's the discount, just so you know. And I don't want to hear in the comments how you only do markets that are free 99. That's great for you. That's great. I am strategically choosing markets, especially going forward, that have big marketing budgets behind them. My goal is not just to sell products one by one. My goal is to build the best products I can build, and going forward to sell those wholesale and at select curated markets throughout the city and beyond. That's my goal. I know, it's a lot of money. I know, but was it worth it? I wasn't gonna record because I'm looking busted, but why not? So what am I doing the morning before the show? I woke up at like 6 o'clock. And I am attempting to wrap the last set of candles. I wrap candles by fragrances so that I don't get them confused. And Dark Academia, which is quickly becoming my most popular fragrance, still is not prepared. And I made more of those than any other fragrance because it's been doing so well. So I'm not going to get through all like 96 candles that I made. I won't be able to wrap them all this morning because I do have to get back to the march and prepare for the show. I can stay there, unlike yesterday when I got kicked out at 4. I can stay till 7 today, but I don't want to do that. I want to maybe go to a spa, rest, and prepare for the week, for the show. Prepare myself mentally for the show. And my back really hurts. I can't feel my fingertips. I lost 7 pounds, so I probably am at my limit. 7 pounds in a week, by the way. And it's just weird. I haven't been sleeping, not for lack of trying, but because there's so much work to do. So even like last night, I went to bed around 1 and I woke up promptly. My body was like, oh, it's 6, you late. You got things to do, get up. Which I mean, it's fine. I don't want to sound like I'm suffering. I'm just learning lessons so that I can better prepare myself next year for fourth quarter and the workload that comes with it. Positivity. So right now I am carefully and thoughtfully wrapping. How many candles will I get through? Well, I set myself on a timer because I seriously want to be out of the mart by 4. So I want to be there by at least 12 or 1. I think I can get everything done. So we'll see how many candles I'm able to wrap in the next, I've been doing this for a long time. So it's about 10 now. I'll give myself 1 more hour to wrap and I'll tell you how far I got. So from 6 a.m., I'll say I started at like 6:30 to 11. I'll probably only be able to make or to wrap about 45 candles, but we'll see. I'll check back in with you and let you know, because I know you're dying to know. I was sitting here talking to my cat about my problems and she walked away and I was like, well, forget you, lady. I'll vlog about this. So here we are. Let me show you guys my workload right now. So these are the dark academia candles that I want to wrap this morning. So far, I have about 13 done. So the good news, I have packed over 50 full-size dark academia candles. The bad news, it's 1 p.m. So like, I'm panicking. Let me calm down. I'm panicking a little bit. It's 2 o'clock right now. I'm supposed to be at the dock, but fortunately I live like 20 minutes from downtown, so I will be there momentarily. I threw on a lip just to help me get through the day. Sometimes, you know, that's all you need to really remind yourself that you are a human being. A little lip. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna record and drive, so I'll see y'all at the dock. So right now, technically, I'm running about 30 minutes behind. I'll be at the dock around 2:30. Who knows how long it'll take them to unpack my car. And I think the dock officially closes at 3 today. So I don't have a lot of time. And then that should give me about 4 hours if I really want to stay till 7 p.m. to fix up the booth. Anyway, I'm not recording and driving. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, child, this day making me sick. Not really. Okay, so, hey. So I did make it to the dock at about 2:16. Yay! But the line is wrapped around the world. So this is what we're going to do. I have a hand truck in my car that I was going to return because I was looking at it again online and it looked cheap. And the reviews aren't good. So I said, I don't want this in my life. It's not going to work. It was a bad buy. And I'm going to return it. But guess what? We're going to use it. We're going to use it. So my goal is to, my goal is to make 3 trips on my own and bring this up. Now, I think I'm supposed to use a very specific elevator if doing a freight job like this, technically freight, and not the passenger elevator, but I don't know where that elevator is. So we're gonna head toward the passenger elevators and follow the instructions of an adult who's in charge in the area. And my goal is to just be patient. Be patient with myself, be patient with this day. This could be worse. Let's put together this hand truck. Some assembly is required, if you can believe that. Oh, is it even a vlog if you're not talking and walking outside, disturbing strangers? So, chaos. I think it would have been better for me to exercise patience and just wait for the dock, but that's okay, because the first load is done. I'll probably have 2 more loads I gotta get from my car, but that wagon was at my booth. Hey wagon, I missed you. You know, I was gonna return that one time too. I thought, what do I need a wagon for? No, I was gonna give it away. Crazy. So I picked up my wagon, and in 2 loads, I will have officially arrived. Okay, so I'm back in my booth. It's 4:10, and I'm gonna see how much I can get done in 2 hours. So that's until 6:10. I will put you on a time lapse. The first thing I'm gonna do is the signage up here at the top. Finish that. Whatever needs to go on the wall, that'll go on the wall now. Then I'm gonna do merchandising and clear out. Oh, you should see this. Chaos. I'm so embarrassed. So this is the final day of the show. I've been so overwhelmed that I wasn't able to vlog the first 3 days. So this is the 4th day, Sunday. There was a lot of snow last night. So people have come in this morning, not as much as yesterday. Saturday was the best day so far. But it's been really nice. I've met some really great artists, wonderful customers. Some of you watching on YouTube have connected with me. Thank you. So this was my most expensive show, but I will tell you that for the advertisement that they invested in it, the amount of traffic, and for the help with all of our items, I think the price was worth it. I'm definitely going to apply next year to a bigger booth. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. It's like this high of expecting so much and preparing for the show, and then for it to almost be over. Ooh, I'm really coming down. But I also have to wait around after the show ends in order to pack up, take everything to the dock, and make my storage unit by 10 p.m. The show ends at 5, and I'll probably be here for 3 or 4 hours packing up with only an hour to get to storage. So, not because it takes 3 or 4 hours to pack up the booth either, but we have to wait for everyone to get their items from storage. It's being brought up for us. Hello, how do you feel?
I'm tired. I want to go home.
How you gonna stay? What? How you think I feel?
I want to go home.
I want to go home. If I spent $2 million and earned $10 million back, it would have been worth it, right? So did I make up $10,000? No, I didn't, but close. I made about $2,000 per day, and I'm happy with that, especially factoring in the furniture I bought and all those one-time costs. That furniture is really helping me organize my storage space. Some of it I can lend to wholesale vendors, especially that thin bookshelf. That makes a beautiful display for my brand in someone else's store. I'm happy with that. The only thing I won't use again is the rug. Why did I buy that rug? But I always need a rug. You know, some people say don't put a rug in your space because it stops customers. They don't really want to step on it. That hasn't been my experience. I think a rug, if you could, you'd add a ceiling. Did you see the ceiling at One of a Kind? If I could have, I would have had a beautiful ceiling, okay? But I could do something about the floor. So I think the rug really helped to elevate the look of LITOTES at the One of a Kind show. Let me know your thoughts. Am I tripping? Do you do rugs? I always do a rug. Even tent shows outside, I have a rug. You need a rug. It makes it feel like a shop, a boutique, you know? I don't know, I love rugs. So this was my first One of a Kind show. Knowing what I know now, would I do it again? Absolutely. If I take away the furniture and just consider the product, the costs that I incurred to make the product, and my participation fee, I did make a profit, and I'm happy with that. But more than that, I appreciated the exposure. I appreciated the money and time that was put into advertising this event and all of the customers that it drew. In fact, I will be at the spring One of a Kind show, and I plan for the 2026 winter One of a Kind show to be there again also. It is a significant cost, but I felt like it was worth it. Also, the help with all of my items, all that furniture. Once I got there, the gentleman at the dock did everything for me as far as the heavy lifting is concerned, and they were so organized. So it really helped to alleviate the stress of just being a part of an event like this. So yeah, I would definitely do it again. And I thank you guys so much for just being with me this first year of devoting myself full-time to my business. I felt really encouraged after this event to keep going, and I see it just getting brighter and brighter for me and LITOTES. So as we enter a new year, I will keep you guys posted on what I decide. I'm speaking to some financial advisors and trying to make some moves that will help grow the brand, scale the brand without taking away the soul of the brand. I still want it to be clean fragrances that don't give people a headache, that are veggie-based waxes and mixes, something that's healthful, relaxing, and just helps create reading spaces that are enjoyable. I think self-care is something we all need right now, and I want to add to that space with something luxurious. So, yeah. Oh, and I also have a goal of posting more regularly here, whether that be once a week or bi-weekly. I haven't decided, but you're going to see my face more often, and your feedback is really, really helpful to me. A lot of you guys have been telling me about fulfillment centers and ways that I can kind of ease the workflow, again, without taking away anything from my brand, and I appreciate that. Please continue to give me your suggestions as people and business owners. You know, you don't have to own a business to give good advice. Please continue to do that in the comments. I read every one of you guys' comments, of course, and thank you again. I'll talk to you later. Bye.